So, welcome to the cool of the evening. A discovery I've just made, actually. I'm inclined, because I have a long history of going to sleep quite early, though I'm not doing that anymore. Part of my solution to my sleeping problem here in Saranda was to actually go to bed later. To simply go to bed later. And that's been working. It gets by 11 o'clock or so, it's not too quiet and not too loud actually on the street, and I can actually sleep. So I'm having to stay up later. But before, when I was on Bowen and even otherwise, I'd go to bed quite early. And so, by 6 o'clock, 7, I wasn't going out, whatever. But I've discovered that this is the perfect time to go out in Saranda. The sun's gone down, it's not hot out anymore. It's still extremely hot here in the last few days of September, and it's still pushing 30 every day. Pretty warm. And anyways, and I've discovered that if you go at around 6 or so, the sun's gone down, it's cooled off, the people have come out. Actually, there's fewer people today than I've seen in other days, but there's a real sense of things coming back to life again, because excuse me, hold on a second, excuse me, hello, wait, hello, excuse, shit, I don't want to, excuse me, is this yours? You dropped this? There? There we go, I got to do my good deed. I couldn't think of what to say in Albanian. That was hilarious. Alright, so there you go. I got to see me do a good deed. Chase some woman across the street, not being able to talk to her yelling at her kids. There you go. Just goes to show what a good guy I am. Anyways, where was I? Oh yeah, right. So so it's anyways, yes, it's a nice time to go out. It may not have been evident from that little moment there. So it's and it's nice. The sun's setting. You get that sort of nice effect of the sun setting, and it's fresh. And I was going to say, it's really hot. The afternoons are very, very hot here, so you can tell. I guess I don't feel as much today, but the other days I've gone out around 6ish or so. You could really tell that there was a sense of relief, of pleasure, that people could go out and not feel oppressed by the sun anymore. So there we go. So and I'm hoping, here's the last video I did. I realized, I think I put the microphone too close to my face. And I realized I could hear myself breathing. As I was sort of re-watching the footage later, I could hear myself breathing all the time. That was very disconcerting. So I hope I hadn't put it too close this time and you can still hear me breathing. So this is a nice little alleyway, I think. Stretching down a little part of the city that stretches down south of me. Sort of discovered is sort of nice to walk through. It's sort of a neighborhood, right? It's like it feels like it's a neighborhood where people live. Hello. Little girls were saying hello to me. All right. As I was saying, it's a real sort of residential neighborhood. It has a feel of just where the people live. But as usual, I'm never quite sure if you get anything like the same kind of vibe or feeling that you get, when you got the frame of the camera. I'm not sure I ever really get the same kind of feeling of a place, of an area. But anyways, it's the best I got. I can't bring you here, so I guess this is all I can do. There are the stairs. These are the same stairs. Remember the last video I did when I walked down the stairs to the beach? These are the same stairs. I've started much further down, but these stairs come all the way up here, go all the way up there. Actually, see, my favorite cafe is just at the top of those stairs to the left. Alrighty. Oh, there's a nice view. You can see that, and how well you can see that looking out there over the bay. Sun setting against the buildings. Again, one of those moments where I don't know if the camera catches it. Yeah, so that little moment there where I couldn't get the attention of the woman who dropped her phone. This reminds me of my, trying to learn Albanian. Holy crap, this is a difficult language. Like, I'm just trying to teach myself like one word at a time. It took me days to get thank you, which is filamendare. So I could say that one now. But I spent the last few days trying to teach myself to say hello. And it's a long word. It's a long, hard to say word. And I thought, man, and like I just can't get the word in my head. There's a few short words like po is yes and yo is no. There's a few little things like that, but luyetum or something I think is please. But man, hello is a difficult word and a useful word, right? But finding it extremely challenging to learn any Albanian at all. But I mean, I'm still here. It's the end of September. There's months of being here. I actually went to a language school near my place and asked if they taught Albanian. I think they were shocked. I don't think too many people come in asking to learn Albanian, take Albanian classes. But he said he might. He said I should come back at the end of the month and ask him about it. And that's just a couple days from now. So I'll have to check in and see what his opinion is on whether he's going to be willing to do that. But man, difficult language. Really difficult. There's these kids at the end of the street. Every time I walk by here, there's always a gathering of kids at the end of the street here. This is like the smallest gathering I've seen so far. Mighty pretty. I like it through here. I like the residential thing. Now, this is more of a coming down to a more commercial street down here, but I have previously walked all through those streets back out through there, which is kind of cool. But for filming purposes, I thought I'd head down here, which I've never actually gone down here before. But I do know it's a more commercial street. Also, I hope the image is clearer here. I know the last video I did, I found the image very muddy, very blurry. Just, wasn't very happy with it. I mean, it looks better in the viewfinder here. Hopefully that will translate into a better image. I may have just had a lot of video on the phone, I suppose. Would that make it, I don't know, not work as well? Is that a possibility? I don't know about that. Oops. But, like, I don't think I had that much on. Well, I did have more than usual, but anyways, I don't know why. It just didn't look good. I was very unhappy with it. So, as I say, through the viewfinder, this looks better. So, I don't know if this will translate into actually being better or not. It's the Jessa Bar Cafe. Looks like it's pretty nice views. Looking over the water, but doesn't look particularly open. There's the terminal for the ferry to Corfu. I wonder where else. I wonder if there's only ferries to Corfu, if they go anywhere else. I think I've only seen signs for Corfu. What is that? Is that can't be the ferry, can it? Maybe it could be. I guess it could be. I don't know. I don't. Yeah, I think that was it. There it is, right there. That was the ferry to Corfu. Or at least one of them. Yeah, and I guess there's tours, right? That makes sense. Interesting. Interesting. Fast food classic. This is a big thing, and I saw this in Saranda a lot too. But even more here, they have these restaurants they call fast food restaurants. In English, fast food they call them. This one's fast food classic. Seems to mostly be donairs and souvlaki's and that sort of thing. Well, I haven't looked closely. I'm guessing you could probably get a hamburger or something too. I don't know, maybe. I mean, the fact that it's written in English. makes me inclined to think you might be able to get American fast food. But mostly people seem to be eating donairs and souvlaki and kebab and such. Here come some people. Clearly some tourist types. Do you see them? I'm not sure the camera is held high enough. I've noticed I don't hold the camera as high as I feel like I should. Like when I'm walking, I feel like I'm holding it high enough, but when I watch the video later, I think I should have been holding it higher. I'll get better. I'll get better. This is something, you see a lot of this. These are drainage pipes or hoses for the air conditioners. Air conditioners are about water. These people put these water bottles out and stick the drainage pipes in there to collect the water as it comes out of the air conditioning unit. I'm assuming they don't use the water for anything. I don't think that's a good idea. Yeah, there's a little patisserie type place. All your baked goods, your pastries, your gelato, but I don't eat that stuff. But if I was 40 years younger, yeah. Interesting. We see the Ferris wheel beginning to light up. They have a few little rides through here. And there's the public market over there. You can see that very well. I'm not of the opinion that the market is the best place to buy things, right? I mean, that's my intuition would be, yeah, you go to the open air public market, that's where you get the good prices. But you know what? It's not been my experience, actually. I find just the regular supermarkets, I think they call them, just have at least as good and sometimes better prices. I think sometimes the market's a bit of a ripoff. And it's not like it's full of tourists either, right? If it was full of tourists, then that would make more sense. But I don't know. It's a bit of a mystery. But yeah, it's not been my experience that it's been that great. So there you see the Ferris wheel. Ooh. And over there, there's bumper cars. Get closer to those. trying to capture the whole ambiance of the evening for you. There are the bumper cars. Doesn't appear as though things are quite happening yet. This little girl looks ready to hop in and take a ride though. I imagine in the next hour or so things will start happening on this front. Hop out in the street here. Will I get run over if I go out in the street? No, people are parking in the middle of the street. That's hilarious. Now, someone is coming behind me now, though. I think. No, wrong. Nobody coming. Oh, that's the Ferris wheel from this direction. That's a little more interesting, eh? That's a little more interesting. Alright, we're back on the main promenade. You may recall we were here in the last video. So I've kind of gone full circle. And this is getting on, nearly 25 minutes, so maybe I should be wrapping this up. Got a few little complaints about how long the last one was. So maybe we'll keep this one a bit shorter. Okay. Then I guess that's all for now. From Saranda.